I had 0 out of 2. Now keep in mind, I think it was fresh off of like I was sick. I came back to school. There was a test, whatever. I had 0 out of 2.
0 out of 2.
All I'm gonna say is, I hid it. All right.
You did a lot of running and hiding, bro.
Bro.
At least you could run and hide though. I was in the shower.
Bro, I was a track star. Okay.
Congrats. How you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Clouded Thoughts podcast. As you guys know, I'm Deem.
And I'm Ryan.
Also, before anything, this is presented by Yes I'm Blessed Clothing Brand. I had to throw that in there. And on top of that, this month is Men's Mental Health Month.
It is.
It is indeed. You know, we had to, mention that, given this is a podcast about men's mental health and everything we go through as men. One of those months that kind of goes unnoticed every now and then. People don't really talk about it as much, but we're going to obviously talk about it. It's important because for a lot of us men, it takes a lot for us to speak up and talk about what we're going through. A lot of us suffer in silence, and we started this because we wanted to have a platform for us men to be able to discuss what we go through and to just, find out solutions and ways to, share. Just share in general. And, as we've gone along with this, we've had men, we've had, a therapist on here.
Woman. Yeah.
Yep, we've had a woman on here. Anyone that can speak up and discuss, how men can open up some more and how we can go about breaking that silence. So, shout out to the month of June for Men's Mental Health Month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a big month for us. So it's a great time for us to, voice how we feel.
Yep.
And continue to, bring awareness to it. So
100%.
Yeah. How you been, Deem?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't complain, man.
Fair.
Like I said, Men's Mental Health Month. We can talk about it. It's perfect for us right now, bro.
So you've been, how's the year been going for yourself? You've been going through any mental challenges or?
Here and there.
Okay.
Here and there. The challenge of starting a new job and figuring out, getting my feet cemented in that, and
for sure.
Understanding my role a little better. There's ups and downs of the job, obviously, because I'm still learning as I go. But I mean, it's the challenge in itself. So I think that's been my biggest. Yeah, I think that's been my biggest hurdle or barrier for this year so far.
Okay.
And we're halfway.
Yeah, we're in the second quarter.
Yeah, halfway.
So
how about yourself, man? How have you been for this year in general? How are you doing mentally?
Ooh, this year, roller coaster for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of up and downs.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships.
Yeah.
The self growth and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And
just trying to, in a sense, reinvent myself.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been that, but to say the least, I'm blessed. 10 toes, 10 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I got a job. I got people around me that love me. So
yeah.
Other than that, it's just the regular challenges that life comes with. But I'm blessed to have people around me that I can speak to.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they be older, same age, even my younger brothers. Just to kind of get everyone's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of, venture off with that.
Yeah.
But I got a little topic for us today.
Talk to me.
It's actually something me and my little brother were talking about earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
And because it is men's
mental health
month, I wanted to talk about like things that made you who you are, like the person you are today, or like experiences that you had that kind of formed you, shaped you to the person you are.
Okay.
But the funny part is we were talking about like the grade A ass whoopings we got as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, different, right?
Getting beat.
And I feel like, listen, there's a lot of Caribbean kids out in the world that can relate to this. So
they can.
When I mean, if you guys bust a laugh off of this, I'm not mad. because
This
I
is
know
what you want to start the podcast.
this is what I
with
want, because it was
for
something that was
men's
fresh on my head.
I mean, it can affect your mental health as a man. You
So,
get
but
it.
this is why I want to kind of bring it up, right?
Touch
There's
on
like
it.
obviously looking at it now, it's like, you know, you survive those battles. You know?
Yeah. Made you
And
it
obviously,
made you tougher in a sense.
100%. But it made you smart in the sense where you're
I'm not
like,
there, tougher.
yo, I ain't gonna do some shit to get my ass bust again, right?
Yeah.
So,
We can definitely we can get into it, bro. We can get into the psychological part of that too.
I'll start off with my story.
All right.
I'm gonna say I was. These are the most memorable ones for me.
How many you about to talk about?
I got there's two.
Two? I only have one.
Okay. So most memorable one for me, I'll start off with one day when me and my cousin, were chilling at my crib. This is when I was living in Pickering.
Yeah.
We're chilling in my crib, just me and her the whole day, and this was around the time, like, you know, we had LimeWire and all of, and we're trying to find music,
MSN,
everything, the latest music, cool. My dad had left, and he said, "Yo, when I come home, make sure you have this, and this done." Talking schoolwork. So I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm good with that.
He didn't do any of that.
So yo, he leaves the crib. Yo, me and my cousin are blasting bare reggae tunes. Every year we're catching a vibe.
Yeah.
This is a time where Show Me the You sign came out in all them tunes. So, yo, time's going by. My dad calls, yo, I'm on my way home.
Your heart dropped.
Fam.
Panic.
So keep in mind, when I was at home with my cousin, I'm looking around the crib and I'm trying to find a pencil, I'm trying to find a pen, something. I kid you not. Oh, I kid you not, I could not find anything.
The one time you need it?
One time I need it, I can't find anything. So my pops gets home and yo, the music cuts off.
Yeah.
And I end up pick up their book. And I'm just like, yo, how am I going to go about this?
Yeah.
So he calls me, he goes, where's the work I gave you to do today? Yo, bro. I was like, I couldn't find a pencil, so I can't do it. He said, what'd you say? So I couldn't find a pencil, so I could.
Bro, that was your excuse, bro?
Fam, yo.
You couldn't be like, I just don't understand the work, I need your help?
No, because it wasn't work that. It was work that I knew how to do. And I was just supposed to do it. So I said, yo, I couldn't find a pencil. So I didn't do the work. Bro, when I ran. Brother, I ran.
I could just imagine you running, bro.
Bro, I'll never forget that ass busting, because it was one of those ones where my cousin was just like, yeah, so do you want to come stay at my place tonight?
Wait, your cousin was still there when you were
My cousin was still there.
Oh, man.
And she's like, you want to come stay at my place? And I'm like, no, whatever. She goes, all right, cool. My mom's ordering food anyways. I'm just like, I'm playing. And my cousin had games at her crib too.
Yeah.
So
you went over there instead.
Obviously, I'm just like, yeah, no, I just need to, chill out a bit. Mm-hmm. Go chill with my cousin. So yeah, I ended up going to her place. We were just vibing, playing Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
My mom ordered food, so that was one of them days, bro.
You know, that was a great day.
But I will say this.
If you remember it.
I'll say this. I don't know what it is, but the sleep you get or the sleep you have after ass busting, I don't know why.
Because those ones you get beat and it's like the crying takes so much energy out of you.
The crying takes bare energy. But
the crying is crazy, bro.
Brother.
You be trying to catch your breath while you cry.
Brother, you go to sleep and you wake up the next day and you're just like,
oh my gosh, bro. You sometimes cry yourself to sleep, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You want to hear my story now, though?
Go for it. I don't know if it'll top mine, but go for it.
Bro. All right, so this was, I think it was the summertime, bro. This is back when I lived in Whitby in the house, right? And I don't know what I said, but I gave some attitude. I was rude to my mom, right?
Oh, Ingrid did this to you?
Yeah, bro. Ingrid did this.
Oh, man. Okay, go ahead.
So I was rude to her, bro. Keep in mind, bro, I was rude to her at like 11 a.m., 10 a.m. So she waited. She let the thing simmer, fam. Simmer.
Yeah.
She waited, right? So I'm cool. My grandma, my mom, sister, everything. I think the day's smooth. I think I'm good. I'm like, all right. She ain't I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, 6 o'clock comes. I hop in the shower. I'm showering, bro. I'm not paying attention, bro. I'm not paying any mind. The door opens. All I see is the curtain move. Wow, wow, wow. I'm in the shower trying to dodge. I can't. There's nowhere to go, bro. It's slippery. I'm trying to grab on the shit here, bro. I can't go nowhere. I can't go anywhere, bro. My grandma comes in to make the scene worse. Why you beat him? Why you beat him? Yo, bro. What I say, that was one of the most vicious things Ingrid has ever done. The fact that she waited till I got in the shower, knowing I had nowhere to go, there's nowhere to run, and I was soaped up too, so I'm slipping and falling. Yo, bro, that was terrifying. After that, yeah, I'm done. I can't do no more.
Like I said, yo, attitude is not a thing no more.
Fam,
Cut that.
Fam, she wait. You know how diabolical that is?
Fam.
To wait till I get in the shower to beat me?
And there's water on you, so that stings more.
Bro. She was, I'm whatever I said must have really pissed her off, because I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But after that, I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that. I don't want that to happen
crazy
again
word.
still.
But nah, honestly, it's something I kind of I brought up because, like, being older now, like, you laugh at it, right?
Yeah.
You get past that stage, and obviously in those moments, you're just looking at it as, like, you're getting a grade A ass whooping. But I think, behind that, and I'm not saying, like, in no way, shape, or form am I encouraging ass busting. So don't get it twisted. But this is just, like, it was a part of how we're kind of raised, or, like, certain things that
I think
our parents, like,
I think that they raised us. Keep in mind, that was probably the only ass I ever got in my life. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I got, like, pinched here and there from my dad, but it wasn't anything wild.
Yeah.
But I think they raised us that way because that's how they were raised. So that was all they knew, right? So they just kind of copied and pasted bits and pieces of how they were raised onto us.
For sure.
Right? And my mom herself, like, she had a rough childhood.
Yeah.
Right? And she was beat, I'm not going to lie, quite a few times in her life. Mm-hmm. So she didn't want to put that upon us, or myself or my sister.
Yeah.
So the one time I did get beat was for a significant reason. And I think she waited until 6 because she really contemplated, like, should I really
bust this?
Should I really whoop his ass right now?
Yeah.
Right? She thought about it. So, but I think the way that, we were brought up, and the way that, for yourself, me, your younger brothers, my sister, like, anything that happened to us is just because of how they were raised.
Yeah.
Right? In no shape, way, or form is it okay to beat your child.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in the West Indian household where they grew up, it was common, unfortunately.
But I also think, from their point of view, it's just like they looked at it as, because that was their form of discipline, right?
Yeah.
So, in a sense, they're looking at it as, I got this one ass whooping. Mm-hmm. I know I don't want to get another one again. Mm-hmm. So it kind of like, it straightens you out, right?
Smartens you out.
So it's just like, in a sense, you can look at it like it instills fear in you, but at the same time, I think for myself, growing up, it made me think twice before I did certain things, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, when you see your friends going out there to do something dumb, you got to think to yourself, like, yeah, I know I could follow the crowd and da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and get involved with the shenanigans. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's just like, you got to think about the repercussions when you get home. Like, is this going to sit well with my parents? I know what kind of, anger this will bring to my parents. And then if they're angry, they might discipline me in this manner, right? Mm-hmm. So I think for myself, it kind of, like I said, it made me think twice about doing certain things, mm-hmm. whether it be with my friends or just, like, even on my ones, right?
Yeah.
So,
but with that though, right, it can bring a sense of, like, all right, I know I have to smarten up in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
and it does stop you from acting out or having attitude and all the above. But on the flip side of that, what are some of the negatives that it comes with it?
I would say the negative that it definitely comes with is
Because that can take a toll. That can take a huge toll on
no,
your
for
mental,
sure.
and it can affect you up until our big age now too.
I think the big negative is the relationship with your parents.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it'll take a toll on because it can instill fear in you to the point where you can't speak to your parents about certain things
Mm-hmm.
because you have that fear of like, what if I ask them something stupid?
Am I gonna get beef for it?
Am I gonna get beef for it, right?
Yeah.
Or what if I do bad on a test or I'm getting something wrong all the time? Am I gonna get that ass whooping? So it's just like I get it. I guess there's two point of views,
Mm-hmm.
and each one has like, in a sense, quote unquote, they're positive and negative. But I think the biggest thing is just instilling fear, and it can kind of tarnish the relationship in a
It
sense.
can. It can. Because then it does, especially given it's Men's Mental Health Month, especially for us men, like at a young age, if you're just taught that like if I say something wrong
Mm-hmm.
or if I do something wrong or if I do something I feel like they may not like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get beat for it. It definitely has you in your own shell and not wanting
yeah,
to speak up, and has you like harboring all that emotion and everything that you're going through, which
for sure.
in the long run down the line, when you have to unpack all of that, then you realize like, damn, it really started from when I was younger, man.
Yeah,
Like this is where it really stems from. So I guess like growing up in a West Indian household, you see where they might have thought like, all right, this is the positive of it,
yeah,
but then you also see like, bro, this is actually really bad. You probably shouldn't be doing this.
yeah.
Right?
Let me ask you this then. So, because we grew up in Canada
Mm-hmm.
and they grew up
The West Indies.
West Indies, Jamaica,
Yeah.
do you think because we live in Canada, it's different versus if
Yes.
we were to grow up in Jamaica?
100%.
So would you say out there it's still acceptable versus out here?
Well, first of all,
And would you say, so watch this, would you be able to take be able to take the same parenting techniques and bring them over there?
first off, I don't think it's ever acceptable to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, that's a tough one.
It's a tough one, right?
It's a tough one. Two different countries, two
Yeah.
different laws, two
Different cultures,
cultures.
as well, right? So that's why,
Like I think it's ingrained over there,
yeah,
right? And when they came here, obviously, like you have certain laws where it's like you can't do that to your child, right? Whereas in the West Indies, it's common.
yeah,
No one really says anything. It is what it is, right? That's how you get your child in line, right? That's what you do. So they just brought their culture here, but over here, obviously, you have different laws. So you have to kind of adapt to it, because obviously, it can get too far,
yeah, for sure.
right? It can get too far. You don't ever want it to get that far,
Yeah,
right? It shouldn't start to begin with. But I mean, like, sometimes if your child's acting up and you don't really know how to communicate and how
you
to
give them that.
that's what it resorts to. So
Yeah,
I mean, it differs in different countries, right? But I think here they had to adapt a little more,
fair.
because given like I said, the laws. But yeah, bro, there's I don't even want to say there's positives to that, to be honest,
Yeah.
bro, because
So watch this. Watch
like
this.
it's a tough one,
I'm
bro.
gonna put it like this. You got your ass whooped. You turned out well, bro.
I did, but for me, it was only one time.
Yeah.
I just needed one.
Me, I don't, yo.
I
Now that I
just
think
needed
about
one.
it, yo, I feel like a part of me feels like, yo, I might have been a bad kid because, like, I
You
didn't
got
get,
beat a
like,
lot. You got a lot.
I got like,
Got a few.
you know, those ones, a few. It might have been a few still.
Cause you like to push buttons, bro. You probably did it
Me?
once and let's see if I get away with this again. And for me, it was like my parents used my sport against me, where it was like, if you don't smarten up, you're not playing ball today. You're not playing soccer today. And I'm like, I kind of want to go to that game, so I got to chill
That's
out.
kind of what happened with me too, right? With basketball though.
Yeah.
but I think it was more like just schoolwork wise, right? So instead of like getting ass busted, it was just like, okay, you're not playing basketball.
Yeah.
I think that's what it kind of transitioned to
Yeah.
for myself. But like,
Wait though, I got a question.
yeah.
Actually, no. Go ahead with yours, and I'll ask my question.
So no. What all I was gonna say is like
remember
that's what it kind of transitioned to because, like, it got to a point. I think it gets to a point where, you know, your parents just like, this is not effective parenting. You know.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have to do this, kind of thing, right?
You think it's a lazy way of parenting?
Honestly, yeah,
It is.
it is.
It's a super lazy.
It's
I
super
think it
lazy
is.
in a sense that's like, yo, I'm a lady's licks on you, and
You don't learn anything, to be honest.
you don't. No, don't say that. You do.
Okay,
you smart enough.
You smart enough,
You
but
smart
like
the hell up.
it's not a ethical way of
It's not an
teaching your
ethical
child.
way, exactly, but you smart enough for sure.
You do.
Because like I said, it for me it was one of them things where. I mean, like, there's a handful of dumb things I did when
We
I was
all have a
younger.
handful of dumb things.
But I think it just got to the point where I'm just like, you know, when I saw the crowd going that way, I said, yo, let me stay over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cool on over here.
Are you going to use that
That parenting technique?
type of
Hell,
parenting technique with your
not
child?
me. I think me personally, knowing, because I work with kids, so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you get to understand them, like their younger mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I think being patient is the biggest thing with children, and sometimes I feel like our parents didn't have that patience.
I feel like a lot of times for our parents, they didn't have that patience because one, they weren't taught that.
Yeah,
They don't understand. They didn't understand it.
because their
And
parents didn't have patience
yeah,
with them.
you can't and you can't fault them for that
Mm-hmm.
because they just did what they thought was right and what they knew.
Yeah,
Right. And then at that time and age, like at that day and age, like we didn't have like YouTube and all the internet and all the access. Like you didn't have all of those capabilities to learn quick and fast. Right. So, I mean, we can't really fault them for the way that they brought us up. They did what they could. They would. I mean, we turned out to be some great men. So I mean,
yeah, I know. I
they
agree.
did their job. So shout out to our parents for that. But
Yeah, shout out
we
to my
do
pops.
remember the. I remember my one, and he remembers his 60. So
Nah, not 60. That's wild. Cause yo, if it was 60, bro, that's like me surviving a war.
yo,
But nah, I probably like I said, I probably got like two that were just
solid.
solid.
Yeah.
That's staying like the books, and it's just like the other one. I'll cut it short. My little brother when he was a baby, there was I had test marks in my shoe, like I hit it in my shoe.
You told me about this one.
Yep.
I heard about this one, and,
Alright.
and they found the test. Your dad found the test, and it wasn't the grade he thought it was going to be. And you
Bro, I had 0 out of 2. Now keep in mind, I think it was fresh off of like I was sick. I came back to school. There was a test, whatever. I had 0 out of 2.
0 out of 2.
All I'm gonna say is, I hid it. All right,
You did a lot of running and hiding, bro.
bro.
At least you could run and hide though. I was in the shower.
Bro, I was a track star. Okay.
Congrats.
And there's this crazy hiding spot in my crib.
Yeah.
Because how my crib used to be set up is in my parents' room, right?
Yeah.
They had their closet.
Mm-hmm.
It was a small walk-in closet, like square type of setup.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you walk inside the closet, there's another door in there to go into the bathroom. So it was a weird setup. Like their bathroom was pinch, toilet, sink, stand-up shower. So what I did is I ran into the closet. I opened the bathroom door, pulled it all the way open, and hid in the closet, like under my dad's suits and
Jeez,
stuff.
bro. You did a lot for that.
No, 100%.
did
But
a lot
that was
for
what I'm not gonna hold you. That was one of my famous hiding spots when I used to play hide and go seek with people. So.
There you go, bro.
But yeah,
But given we're talking about childhood, right? Mm-hmm. And technically that also, not technically, that also counts as childhood trauma. You can get childhood trauma from being
sure.
as a child, 100%. Let's talk about those it's Pokemon, man. What's
these joints.
what's going on with that?
With this, I was actually gonna ask you, unrelated topic, because I grew up on watching Pokemon,
Digimon?
Dragon Ball Z, Digimon,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh, Power Rangers. What else? The list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
when you were growing up, what was your go-to game, your go-to cartoon, like anime?
My
If you,
go-to anime.
yeah, because this is still in a sense
I mean,
considered
it is
anime.
anime. My honestly, I'm be real with you, bro. I didn't really have a go-to anime.
So let me ask you this: did you have a Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color?
I had a Game Boy Color.
What game did you play?
Um, Pokemon was definitely on there.
I see it.
Pokemon was on there.
So who was your starter Pokemon?
Zelda was on there. Played Zelda too.
Okay.
Bro, I don't remember that far to be honest. I didn't play it like that. I was on the sports a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You don't remember your starter Pokemon?
But you said anime and cartoons.
Yeah.
A cartoon. I'm gonna bring you back with this one. Let's see if you notice.
Okay.
Static Shock.
No.
You don't know Static Shock?
No. I thought you were gonna say like Reboot.
You don't know what Static Shock is, bro?
Nah.
What? That's crazy.
That one has me stumped. I never heard of.
You never heard of Static Shock?
Bro, have you heard of Max Steel?
Yes.
Okay.
You thought I wasn't gonna hear that? Nah, I gotta make sure I'm saying the correct name.
Static Shock. I'm gonna look that up right now.
Static Shock. Yeah, bro, you never watched Static Shock.
I'm gonna check. Hold on.
Wow, bro. That's crazy. Put you on. But other than that, every other cartoon I was probably watching.
No, I don't remember this
You
one.
never
Still.
remember? That's crazy, bro.
And this was a cartoon.
That was a cartoon, Static Shock, bro.
What year was this?
Static Shock. I want to say the early
Oh,
2000s.
no. You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
My fault. Yeah, I remember this guy.
I was
Of
about to
course.
say,
Okay,
bro, you
yeah,
never
yeah.
watched Static Shock on the...
My fault.
Come on, bro. It's a classic.
Yeah, no, I remember that show.
But yeah, Static Shock, definitely watched that. But all the other cartoons they were on, I'd watch them, obviously. What else did I watched something with what did I watch with my mom a lot before I went to school when I was younger? Oh, what's it called? X-Files. I used to
Okay.
watch X-Files with my mom before I went to school
Are
sometimes.
You Afraid of the Dark?
100%.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Adam's Family.
Come on, of course.
Okay.
The Weekenders.
Yeah. Tough one.
Recess.
Classic.
Sweet 16. No, is it called Sweet 16? No. Huh?
16.
You could talk.
You're
16
talking
alive. 16 on Teletoon
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they're at the mall the whole time. That one.
What else was there? You know what show used to like piss me off?
What?
Dave the Barbarian. I don't know what it was because it used to come on. I know what it was. It used to come on Sundays,
Yeah.
and every time that show came on, it was like around the time I had to get ready for bed,
Skip.
and I was just like, yeah, nah, I'm not really rocking with this show.
Yo.
And then on top of it, like, I don't know, it just didn't. It wasn't one of those shows I could really
Didn't hit.
adapt to.
Remember Lloyd in Space?
Yeah,
Tough. Yeah, Dave the Barbarian didn't hit. Now
it didn't. It didn't hit the same way.
It wasn't. And then you had like Teletoon After Dark.
Yeah.
It was like you're up past 9 o'clock. Somehow you happen to start watching those, even though you should.
I don't even know what shows were.
I don't remember the names. There was one with like a group of men that were like farting and stuff. I don't know what that was called.
I remember there's Mega Babies. Mega Babies. That
What?
was on YTV.
What was that?
Mega Babies.
Mega Babies?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
There's babies that just used to shit.
That was literally the
Like they
cartoon.
used to just like that was their superpower, like farting on people.
Jesus, bro.
But nah, the reason I actually have these Pokemon because like Pokemon, like I kind of grew up on that.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever like I don't know, for me as a youth, when I was having a bad day,
Mm-hmm.
I had like Pokemon cassettes, VHS for all you old heads, because you young cats probably don't know about a VHS.
No.
Anyways, yeah, I used to just pop one of those in and just go crazy. Just watch the whole Pokemon series. I used to have I think my first Pokemon game was like Pokemon Silver.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Pokemon Ruby for the Game Boy Advance. But what was it? I think these two right here,
Squirtle,
Squirtle,
Charmander.
go-to Pokemon every time. I would play that game. And then they changed up the names when they got into like the
Yeah,
Game
they
Boy
started to
Advance.
get really outrageous.
But yeah, nah,
The best one's Mewtwo, by the way, but I'm just saying.
legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, big part of my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Pokemon was there for me in some lonely times though. So
Yeah.
shout out to the creator of that, and shout out to to these guys for real.
I think the creator of Pokemon passed away recently.
Might have. I don't think it was. I
Fact
don't know
check.
how recent that was,
Fact check.
but yeah, nah. For myself, this was one of my go-to, and then I don't know. I feel like I grew into like Yu-Gi-Oh,
Which one's better, Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon?
Pokemon for sure, because Pokemon will go on for a lifetime. It's still going to this day.
Oh, Pokemon will never die.
Yeah. But nah, man.
He's still alive.
You still alive?
I think so. I could be wrong though. Yeah.
But yeah, nah. Big part of my childhood, and I don't know. I feel like it's evolved. I don't know what it's really at now. That's probably like Malik's.
I don't know what cartoons and stuff are playing right now.
I couldn't tell you.
When I have kids, I'll probably obviously get back into it, have them watch the old stuff and the new stuff. But as of right now,
Yeah.
I don't. You ever watch the Backyardigans? I don't know if that's still
100%.
going on.
There's
What's it called, bro? I'm bad with this new TV shows because no one watches TV now. What's it called?
Are you talking cartoons?
Like little kid shows.
Oh, the back. Okay, you said Backyardigans.
Backyardigans a little kid show. It's not.
You know what? I'll say this. One show that used to go crazy when I was working with kids.
Is
They all loved it. Paw Patrol.
that's what I was thinking of.
They
It
go
was Paw Patrol.
stupid
They
with
love
that. I
Paw
was just
Patrol,
like,
bro.
when you would bring those out, the only Paw Patrol I know, I think his name is Ryder.
I couldn't name any of the dogs.
But
in Paw
every
Patrol.
time you bring like a book out or a toy out,
They
like
go crazy for it.
go crazy for it.
A Rider, Sky. What else?
See?
Okay, Malik, I hear you back there.
I was watching Paw Patrol just the other day.
Yeah, there you
Wow,
go.
there you go.
Wow,
See, that's more
grown-ass
his
kid.
generation. That's not us, unfortunately.
But what shows would you say like you tap into now? Like, okay,
None.
like no, like not cartoons.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like let's say you're having like a shitty day, or something just like get your mind, put your mind at ease.
Superstore.
Superstore's your go-to.
Superstore, The Office, Big Bang Theory. Because Big Bang Theory, I was really watching that in Ireland when I was going through it. I don't know why. I really like that show. Tap into some movies, obviously.
For me, Big Bang Theory was high school.
Yeah.
I loved it in high school, but I don't know what it is about How I Met Your Mother.
That's a good one.
That show, for some reason, that's a show that I could throw on and it'll put me to sleep. Kind of like, but I could watch it for hours. So,
Yeah.
And then, cartoon wise, Family Guy.
Yeah. Family Guy was one of those shows that was on after hours too.
Yeah.
After 9. So would you say like a lot of the shows that you're naming right now, right? When you were a child, like when you were younger, did those shows help you to kind of cope with whatever you're going through as a child in a sense and like get away? Like especially Pokemon.
Pokemon, yeah.
Like that was like
because
your
like
safe
when I was in
haven.
school, I went to a private school, and everybody had, it was messed up because I was the one that was late to the party. Everybody had Game Boy Colors,
Except for you.
even my homie that I grew up with. And, like I went to a school I went to his crib after school because his dad would like pick me up, and then my dad would come pick me up from his crib. Yo, he had the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance SP. I remember I only had the Game Boy. The Game Boy Color, sorry. And it wasn't for a minute till I got Pokemon. But by the time I got Pokemon, everybody was already like,
Everyone's already on it.
yo, they're on to the next shit, bro.
Yeah.
But, nah, just in regards to like Pokemon, I think, it kind of helped me and put me at ease because like it's, one of my hobbies, my go-to. But I think being older, I think because me watching like How I Met Your Mother, like there's that balance of comedy and substance to it, where you can actually learn a thing or two, but there's also those jokes in there that kind of have that balance. So for me, that's why I kind of gravitate towards that show. Big Bang Theory, straight comedy. There's the other one, The Office, straight comedy. What else is there? The Superstore, that one, I don't know. There was something about that show that I kind of just locked in with. And then I think at the top of the new shows, I'm going to say Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I've never tapped into that.
You have to.
I might have to.
There's like
Never tapped into
four or five seasons.
Yeah, I never.
You got to tap into that.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, man.
Shows can get you through, man. Childhood, bro. What a childhood we had.
But with the childhood traumas and all that, bro, I can say, like, being older now, I think it kind of shaped who I am in a sense of it taught me how to handle situations to a certain extent. Obviously, as you get older and you're growing, you're going to figure out different, like, coping mechanisms. Obviously, sometimes we have bad coping mechanisms. Some of us might turn to substance abuse or like self-inflicted pain and stuff like that. But I think in the grand scheme of things, you know, when you go through a lot and you finally have that help, or you look for people that can help you out in situations, it really helps you in the long run. So I would say those traumatic events kind of prepared me for certain things. But being older now, I can share my knowledge with, you know, younger generation for like when I have kids and stuff like that. And I have younger brothers as well, right? So
Yeah.
I get to share these experiences and let them know, okay, like, you know, this is how you can handle certain things as well. So
Yeah, man.
they don't have to go through the same shit.
Childhood trauma is something you can definitely learn from. But it definitely takes a lot to overcome some of the things that you may have went through.
Yeah.
Obviously, it varies depending on who you are and what you went through. But I know for myself, it's like, I think, I'll put this, like even that one piece of me getting beaten in the shower,
Yeah.
it just took me that one time to understand that and learn. But for my childhood trauma, I think my getaway was sports. Like basketball and soccer were my getaway, where everything I could just shut out like the world if I had to, right? And I think I used that over years until I stopped playing. Then I stopped playing. It's like, all right, now what?
Yeah.
What do I use now? What do I do now?
I think for me, it's crazy that you even bring that up as using sports as a getaway, because for myself, when basketball was taken away from me, I just like, that's when literally when basketball was taken away from me, that's when I started getting into dating.
Yeah.
Because I just had all this time on my hands, right?
Yeah.
Basketball sports is one thing that kept me grounded.
It does.
And like, instead of me procrastinating and wasting my time on other things, right? I could have just been playing sports and learning how to balance like school, curriculars,
That's true.
stuff like that. But
That's true. But I mean, it is what it is, and you know, love my parents to death, and they raised me the best way that they could. And I feel like all of us as men, we go through some sort of childhood trauma. But when you get older, it's up to you to understand how to work through that and to overcome it and be the man who you wish to be and who you're supposed to be. So
and also break them generational
curses,
curses,
break
right?
them generational curses, because like I said, like our parents raised us the best way they could based on what they knew.
Yeah.
Right. So that was just, generation after generation after generation, and to break that generational curse, it takes a lot. It's not easy. You're breaking something, right? Something that's been ingrained for years, right? It's not going to be an easy thing to do, but if you keep working on yourself, keep speaking to who you have to speak to, keep building, keep learning those lessons, keep understanding yourself a lot more.
Yeah.
It'll make it that much easier to try to break that generational curse. So
for sure.
Childhood trauma, man. We all have it, we all live it, but we all can break it at the same time.
Yeah.
You feel me? But that is the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. Especially for this episode, given that it's June and it's Men's Mental Health Month. As you guys know, you can follow us, listen to this, Clouded Thoughts Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, all the above. But this is one of those episodes I feel like was solid, talking about what we talked about. So to the Pokemon, had a couple guests.
Yep.
The Pokemon.
Yo, let me know what your favorite Pokemon is.
I already told you.
Let me know what shows y'all
YouTube.
were watching when you were growing up.
YouTube's the best one, bro. I'm telling you. But anyways, man, thank you guys for tuning in. As you guys know, I'm Deem.
I'm Ry. This is another episode of the Clouded Thoughts podcast. And one more thing before we shut it all down. I got to give my Auntie Jen a proper shout out for these mugs, okay? Auntie Jen, I'm going to drop the link or the Instagram on the in the description there.
How about this? We can make this a post
Yeah, for
on
sure.
the Instagram, and we can collab and tag her
100%.
on the IG.
So Auntie
Thank
Jen,
you for the mugs.
thank you for the mugs.
Come
Clouded
talk.
Thought
I
mugs.
like them.
Appreciate you. But yeah, that's another episode. Appreciate y'all tapping in once again. You can find us on all major platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. I'm Ry,
I'm Deem.
and we out.
Peace.